Farida, I finally finished cleaning her shit and fed my sister, bathed her and put her to bed. Now it's my time to sleep before school in the morning, but I can't help but wonder how are my brothers' lives as I think back of the past. Years later, it's dark out here and I'm scared walking down the road all by myself. I've never been anywhere alone, but what 4-year-old has been? I was playing with my toys when I heard my brothers talking about killing our auntie in her sleep, but since I was a child, I didn't understand what they was talking about. Our aunt took us in after our mum died in a car accident that day. My brother just walked into my room and told me that my auntie had been hurting them and that they needed to keep me safe before they killed her. My brothers Amari Jr., Omari, and Zane were always nice to me, so I did what they said. They picked me up and pushed me out the bedroom window with Delilah in my arms. Then they told me to walk to the gas station we always go to, stating that a man with a red truck would pick me up and keep us safe. I was scared as it was so dark and cold out there. I started crying before I even got close to the gas station. Once inside, the clerk noticed I was alone and then asked where I came from. I told the clerk that my brother said a man was going to pick me up, and the clerk immediately called the police. I looked at the phone and asked if I can have it. I was only 4 years old, but my grandparents made sure that if I didn't learn anything else, I know how to dial their number every time I came to visit. They would make me practice repeatedly on the phone pad until I got it. I grabbed the phone and I dialed my grandparents' number and they answered. I tried to explain, but at age 4, my words are not noticeably clear. Then the clerk took the phone from me and told my grandparents where I was. Suddenly, the police and child protective services arrive and begin questioning me as I was screaming, scared and overwhelmed. I later realized that the police got my address from speaking with my grandparents, and then they took me back home. My aunt was pissed when she opened the door and saw me. She was screaming with rage when she found out what my brothers did now. All these people in her business, and you'll know, black folks don't want anyone in their business or house. I didn't know how much at an early age, but I knew we would definitely get our asses whooped after all these people had left. This goes with the saying, if one did it, everyone gets beat, and just to make sure I got the right one. 3 weeks later, my aunt signed her rights over quicker than you can spell spaghetti for the boys. It's 5 of us: Zane, Amari Jr., Omari, Farida, and Delilah. We all have different dads besides Amari and Omari. Mum was raising us all, and just our luck, none of our daddies fought to get us after our mum's deaths. How do you manage to get 3 bad baby daddies? This definitely some black folk shit. Zane went with some of his father's family members. Amari went with his dad because he was his junior, but he didn't take Omari. His exact words were, "I'm not raising 2 kids by myself. Fuck that shit." That meant Omari was going to foster care. Foster care homes were full back then, so the kids went to juvenile, but we called it juvie. This left my little sister and me at home with my aunt. Omari. No one wanted me, so I ended up in the system. Life isn't fair. This is some bullshit. Everyone wants to keep their kids innocent and avoid telling them as much as they can about the world, as if they know they will be here to explain things. It's better to hear from your parents about race and life difficulties you will face than to let a child figure it out alone without knowing all the pieces. But here I was finding out the world, and that the system doesn't give a shit about an older black boy. I got locked up in juvie like I was a criminal because they had nowhere else to place me. I don't know my future, but this feels and sounds like they are putting me in a position to fail. How do I go from cleaning up our mother's home, excited to wake up on the weekends because I know my mom had an amazing day and great food planned for us, to live in juvie and I have never committed a crime? Subscribe and follow for the full story.